Y'all know what it is. It's the Find the Boxer game. Purchase a box for a chance at winning $500. One of 54 boxes has a missing boxer inside. Purchase your box or boxes by Cash Apping $ usual 50/50. Include your box number, name, and email address. Your box number will be confirmed and sent directly to your email. Each box is $20 with a 1 in 54 chance of winning. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
Y'all know what it is. It's the usual suspect 650-50 draw. Buy your tickets now for your chance at winning half the pot. Cash App, $ usual 50/50. Tickets are on sale for $10 for one, $20 for 3 tickets, and $50 for 10 tickets. Put your desired amount, name or alias, as well as your email address, and your tickets will be set. We announce the winning ticket numbers every other Friday on Supreme Beats Boxing Talk Bullshitting on the Beltway, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
Push the weight in no flex. Flex the livest one in the section. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walking, drink blood, things out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. Oh, it's time to bleed this morning. Shout out to all you experts. Drew Titan Bros on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Tired this morning, but I don't care. Tired people and busy people know how to get things done. Smash the like button. Share the video. We are our own algorithm. Don't leave it up to YouTube to do anything for you. They don't like us. When you're out here speaking the truth, when you're pointing out the facts, like I'm going to do this morning, when you talk about that boo-boo, Ryan Garcia, they don't like that. But you know what I always say? Say, okay, point out when I'm lying about him. That's all I'm asking. Point out when I'm lying about him. And the clowns at Google and YouTube, all they can do is say, you know, he's speaking the facts. But what we won't do is throw this video on the algorithm. What we won't do is let all his subs know that he's live. What we won't do is let him know when he's putting up a video. That's what we won't do. We could do little things like that because we're talking about that sexy boo-boo who's pretty and ish. Remember that grown man told Ryan he was pretty? Remember that? Champ Side was standing right there. Remember that grown man? That man said, hey, and you pretty and ish, and you pretty. Disgusting. I want to take the King James version of the Bible and mush him with it. Like, bruh, go sit in the corner, read this thing from start to finish, and don't move until you're done. You living, breathing, walking abomination. Not an 86 in that super chat salute. He said salute Drew and salute to the mighty LDBC. Salute to you, good brother. Todd Swindle, Mark Wonderlick, the Audacity podcast in the building. Mark Wonderlick, King Corleone, G. McCall, Rick Blackwell, Shower, the Queens in the building. Shogun, Mac of the South, Ratchet since 91. Coach Hudson in the building, salute good brother. Sam Mac, D, what's going on? Main biker, Darius Gillard, my brother from Texas, 503 in the building, let's go. Son of Tank, PGH Big Dog, Stephen X, Jarrell Freeman, True Boxing Night, Black Jericho, Mr. Shelton. Yeah, of course, they're going to do that. You know, Miguel's going to keep deleting the comments. You know, just clown Miguel. If you do content, always make reference to Miguel. Miguel is code for a pillow biter on the West Coast who micromanages everybody's talking. He micromanages every person that does content about things that he thinks is sexy, and there's always a penis attached to it. So that's Miguel, y'all. Miguel is code. Miguel isn't a particular person. It's a group of people, of pillow biters with the rainbow flag over their futon, watching our content, spooning with their lover of the same sex. That's Miguel. In case y'all didn't know. It's a group. So shout out to Miguel.
¡Ay, Miguel! ¡Miguel!
Jeff Spark, Brother Reef, M. Banks, Intelligent Savage, Kawhi Leonard. I'm sorry, I said Kawhi Leonard. That's the ball player. Kawhi Elliott. Salute, brother. Smash the like button, share the video. I'm on one this morning. And I know Miguel is watching them, foaming at the mouth, filing his teeth. You know how they paint their fingernails black and purple and stuff. You ain't even in a rock band doing that. You just do it. So now that I've rolled out the red carpet, come on, have a seat, Miguel. I already know what you're going to do. You're going to interrupt my stream. It's going to start buffering and all kinds of weird stuff. But hey, man, I'm acting within the guidelines of the rules. What are you doing? Let's get it. I'm talking about your boo-boo this morning. So now, people are concerned about PED use in boxing. 8 Sports Talk, salute. Now y'all concerned? And get this. They're concerned about VADA, whom doesn't even do, VADA don't do the testing. See, this is how stupid people are. Mark Hairston, salute. This is how stupid people are. VADA doesn't even do the testing, you jerks. But that's okay. You know, I keep seeing SNAC pop up. Ryan keeps mentioning SNAC. I keep seeing this. Bro, look, man. You were going broke, Ryan, on lawyers, and they take your money. But I would, if I could be a fly on the wall in those lawyer meetings, and they were like, yo, man, this kid has no case, man. God damn. Y'all do know it was over for this kid, right? Y'all do know it was over for this kid. Turkey Al-Sheikh literally financially saved your life, which is why you're even fighting on that card. Because remember, you don't like Muslims. Texas T, what up? You don't like Muslims. Remember you said that? Oh, no, Texas T, that's tomorrow. That's tomorrow. Oh, Coach, you and I think alike. You know I was going to talk about that today, right? You know I was going to bring that up because nobody liked SNAC today. But when Mikey Garcia said, I want to fight Errol Spence, and everyone looked at him and said, why? He said, because I think I see something. And he started running around with SNAC. I was looking around like, what? Okay. And I said, when Victor Conte was let back into the industry of athletics, I said, all right, y'all cool with this? Y'all remember I did a whole live? I said, y'all cool with this? I said, okay. And I left it alone. I got off it. I said, are y'all cool with Victor Conte in the sport of boxing? And nobody made us think about it. Mikey Garcia bulked up and swore he could beat Errol Spence, and he ran around with SNAC. And I said, y'all cool with this? Nothing. No, not one Mexican said, hey man, SNAC ain't good. No one said. Everyone said, we see what Mikey saw. And what did we see? An ass whooping. That's what we saw. Not one mention of SNAC. I guess the SNAC didn't matter, right? Fast forward, how many years up are we on? Like 7 or 8? My timeline could be a little off, but we up, right? And all of a sudden, SNAC is dirty. I rock. Salute, brother. And salute to you, Mr. Elliott. Salute to you. That's a feat in itself, man. Cancer's no joke. All of a sudden, everyone has a problem with SNAC. Y'all forgot? I did a whole live stream. I think I did 2 of them. I did a live stream and a video. They're on my page. And I was asking y'all cool with Victor Conte? Professor X, salute, brother. Y'all remember this? KBG, what up? Guess what, y'all? That's one of my least watched pieces of work. Did y'all know that? Go look at it. I said, I guess no one cares. I was just asking the question. You know, this is America. You know, what's the purpose of prison? To reform and rehabilitate. To reform and rehabilitate. That means you get caught doing something, you get locked up, they hold you for a certain amount of time, then they let you out and you don't do it again. And you are also productive to society now. You did the crime, you do the time. Y'all have heard that before. And they let this man out and he got right back into the nutrition industry. And I asked y'all cool with it? Well, when Mikey Garcia got on that SNAC to face Errol, y'all were obviously cool with it. Because everybody saw what Mikey Garcia saw. And I'm like, am I the only person saying that this is not a bad idea? This is horrible. Who's telling him to do this? They were going to stop that fight in round 10. Did y'all know that? Every time he pumped his fist after the round ended, I was like, oh, I ain't die. Oh, I ain't die. Oh, my God, I ain't die. Errol could have stopped him. He was trying to make him quit. And what happens when the round's over? Everyone started talking about Mikey Garcia's heart. His heart. Oh, I'm sorry, he's Mexican. That's what they do. They talk about his heart. Oh, the heart of Mikey, the heart. And you know what they said about Errol? Oh, well, Errol's bigger. He was bullying him. Errol didn't ask for that fight. Mikey did, and y'all supported it. I was like, why is he doing this? Mexicans have heart. Black people, when we're slick, we're running. When we display heart, we're stupid. Don't worry, I'll be talking about that this week. Ridiculous. And this is why I don't let clowns come in here and talk about, oh, don't talk about race. You ain't been living long enough. You just started watching boxing when you said, hey, Tank got a nice tattoo on his neck. I like this kid. That's you. You don't qualify to talk to me. You're not old enough to drink. You don't qualify to talk to me. You're not old enough to vote. You're not qualified to talk to me. You don't know why you're voting. You're not qualified to talk to me. Slip the jab. Salute. So here we go again. Now SNAC, all of a sudden, They had to find something to mess with Devin about. Oh, let's bother him about SNAC. Mo G, what up? Rob Neal, Carter Face Stealer, 704 Joe. Hey, y'all know Bud, he was running around with a SNAC shirt, right? Sam Max, salute. Right? Bud's running around with a shirt. So was David Benavidez. He was running around with a SNAC shirt. What? Nothing? Nothing for David? No, y'all got nothing? Nothing. Y'all nothing to say about David Benavidez, right? Hey, wait a minute. Just me and you in it? Y'all listening? Just me and you in it? Ryan Garcia was running around with a SNAC shirt. And when I tell these buffoons, I say, hey man, Plat Boy, what up, brother? G McCall, what up? Name one SNAC athlete. Listen to the question. Name one SNAC athlete that popped dirty due to a SNAC product. You heard the question. The question isn't name a SNAC athlete that popped dirty. I said name a SNAC athlete that popped dirty because due to a SNAC product. Huh? Did that already. As a matter of fact, you see, people hate the truth. This is one of my least watched videos. Y'all remember this? This was at the presser. This is a nice young man. These are Ryan Garcia's fans, y'all. The purpose of this video was not to degrade, disrespect, or make fun of any of these young men. But I did this so y'all couldn't see who supports Ryan Garcia. And these are just, they're illegal, well, kind of. He's a kid, and he's a good kid. He's a good kid. This kid right here, he's a good kid. He's a good kid. His friends are good kids. But I need you guys to see what we're dealing with here. And this is just one level. Because leading this charge are the satanic individuals like the Oscar De La Hoyas, like the Henry Garcias and his wife. Jose, what up? You understand what I'm saying? Like the industry, like the Bernard Hopkins. Those guys. And what they do is they get a hold of kids like this, or the young adults that don't know any better, or the racists that don't care. And all of this becomes the army. This poor kid. Now, I need y'all to listen to this. Some of you didn't even see this. Pete.
All right. Drew Titan Bros on deck. Shout out to the Mighty LDBC. You might remember this young man. Yeah. How you doing, brother? I didn't get your name last time. What's your name, brother?
My name is Brian, and I'm doing good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. What does it say? It says, "Give me a prayer, Ryan." Okay. Okay, go ahead.
He smiled at me, right?
Uh-huh.
And then someone pushed him, then he got pissed up and he bumped into me, and I fell.
Oh shit, you all right?
Yes, bro.
What you here for?
For the fighters to come out, considering that the press conference isn't open to the public, why not risk it, and try to get the data from the fans,
Yeah.
I mean, not from the fans, from the fighters.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know why I said be patient with this kid, man? Eric Jordan, salute. You know why I said be patient with this kid? He really doesn't know what we know. And he's in a position in his mind where he sees something about Ryan Garcia gives him hope, to the point where he's defending him with talking points that don't make sense. He holds Ryan on a pedestal. He holds him to a standard. Something about Ryan Garcia motivates this young man, and he has no idea, nor does he want to hear the truth about Ryan. So I wasn't there to break him down or argue with him. My purpose of talking to because he has friends there, I wanted you guys to see that. I wanted you guys to see that. That's why when I put the video up, I said, don't disrespect him and whatever. You know, bless his heart, literally. This right here, these kids, is when you just say bless their heart. It makes no sense to challenge them. I said some things, but I needed y'all to see that.
So you're a huge boxing fan?
Of course, but I've been following boxing for almost 3 years now. And if it wasn't...
He's been following boxing for 3 years. You understand? You see what I mean? God bless this young man.
For boxing, I'd be dead right now.
Okay. Who's your favorite fighter?
Ryan Garcia.
See that? You see that? And you know what I would love to do? I would love to show this to Ryan. Be like, Ryan, look at what you're doing, man. How you are and how you're behaving for real. You have people that genuinely love you, man. And this is God's work. This is God's work. This is what Christ is telling you to do. Remember when Charles Barkley said, I am not a role model, and the world went crazy, and he said, no, yes, you are. Whether you like it or not. My child plays in JV basketball in junior high school or in high school, and he looks up to you. He done shaved his head. He got a full head of hair. He shaved his head because he likes you, not Karl Malone, not Michael Jordan. Charles, he likes you. I remember that. That was in the 90s. I remember that. Wait, I got the soundbite on my board. Where is it at? Where's my Charles Barkley? Where's that? I know I have it here. Wait, give me a second. Give me 1 second. Oh, here it is.
I am not a role model.
A lot of y'all are too young for that. Oh, and by the way, I know I forgot, but y'all forgot. It's still your favorite day of the week.
Monkey Tuesday!
Main biker in that super chat, he said in a few years they're gonna have him as a voice of boxing. Yeah, they're gonna try. But they told Charles Barkley, right? They told, remember y'all remember that? They told Charles Barkley, no matter like it or not, you're one of the faces of basketball. Gio James, salute. King Bonnie, salute. You're one of the faces of basketball, man, whether you like it or not, dogs. And they ripped him. They ripped him for that. I remember that. Look at this young man's face. Started watching boxing 3 years ago, and he loves Ryan Garcia. Ryan, these dudes love you unconditionally. You don't have no shame in what you're doing. None. You ever heard that saying, it's not meant for you to meet your heroes? Well, guess what? My heroes are my parents. I don't know what y'all talking about. Chop Shop, salute. California love, what up? I don't know what y'all talking about. My parents are my heroes. Everything else is secondary, thirdary. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, yeah, I like this athlete. Oh, yeah, I like this actor. No. They may motivate me to do something. Motivate. But no. Last year, this kid skipped out on a test to go see Ryan Garcia. He wasn't even getting inside the Palladium to conduct no interview. And he put out this whole sign, and it's on my channel. And he didn't want to talk about it at first. So I said, no. Read it, brother. Stand on your business. If Ryan motivates you to be a better man, that's important. Stand on it. And I dapped it up with him. And you don't see it in the video, but he teared up. he holds Ryan to a standard. And you kind of don't want to wake him up out of that because it might break his heart. Do y'all remember The Incredibles? Y'all saw The Incredibles? The movie? The first one. That dude's syndrome he grew up to be a complete nightmare because Mr. Incredible was his favorite hero, but to Mr. Incredible, kid was annoying. He was annoying. In that last situation, he was like, man, if you don't go to F home, and Shorty went home and was like, you know what, now I hate you. And he grew up to be the worst type of person. Sometimes you gotta love these cats from a distance because you know what? They will break your heart. Hi, Tank fans. Hello. How's that draw feel? Feels like a loss, right? Do y'all know it's a draw? Tank is still undefeated. He has a draw. It's a draw, but it feels like a loss, right? Hey, Tank fans. How do some of you Tank fans who make hours of content justifying his nonsense, how y'all feel that Sunday morning? How'd y'all feel? Shigo and some of these other cats, how y'all feel? How's it feel being on the opposite of the meme game? How's it feel when you watched him talking about he had grease in his eye? How'd y'all feel? How'd y'all feel talking about that knee? Oh, there's a whole lot of things I didn't put out yet because I haven't had time. But it's etched in stone. I can do it when I want to do it. How's it feel now? We have excuses. We have a performance where it wasn't horrible. It's just that Lamont Roach is that good. You had him trying to duck the rematch, and he's being forced to take it because of popular demand, which is you guys, the boxing world. And we found out he was trying to fight Jake Paul after spending a year and a half saying that Devin Haney was too big. So y'all got to deal with that. Y'all got to deal with that. I told you this day was coming. I told you. So deal with it. And this is a Ryan Garcia fan. Been watching boxing 3 days. Feel like 3 days. 3 years. You think this kid can have a conversation with me about boxing? No, this was for y'all to see. Todd French in that super chat. Salute, brother. Says Ryan would slurp on an Ostomy McFlurry and would probably share one with him. Ryan is a POS. It's an acronym, y'all. And what's sad is Ryan knows he's a POS. It's an acronym, y'all. And proud of it. Yeah. And the reality is, Ryan doesn't deserve the support of this young man. He doesn't deserve it. But, you know, Copper, what up? Mr. Shelter, what up? He don't deserve it. Because you know what in reality is? These kids are too nice. These kids are too nice. I feel you slipped the jab, absolutely. These kids are too nice. And Ryan is too irresponsible to direct fans like this. And it's sad. Ryan don't deserve these kids, and that's the reality. Real spill, salute. That's the reality. But let's listen some more.
Really?
Yes.
Y'all with him? Why don't y'all get into this? Come on, brother. Come on, brother. What's your name?
Jam.
Jam?
Nice to meet you.
All right, likewise. What's your name, brother?
The kids, y'all, they're kids.
What's your name, brother? Martin? Okay. What's your name, good brother?
Gabriel. Nice to meet
Gabriel,
you.
likewise. Now,
These are nice kids, man.
I'm gonna hit you. Ryan Garcia is your guy.
Mine's Canelo.
Canelo? Okay, Canelo, okay.
Canelo. Okay. All right. You see what's going on here. But go ahead.
All right, Ryan Garcia is your guy. I gotta ask you the hard question, bro.
Yeah.
You know you had some problems after the Devin Haney fight. Matter of fact, that's why I met you. We was at the presser.
Yeah.
All right. All things fair. After I thought I saw what I saw, I said, minor setback for a major comeback, I'm good. I get on a plane, go to St. Martin, I found out what I found out.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on that?
I did not believe that Ryan Garcia was an Austrian. It's because like Ryan Garcia's been had that power hook since he was 19 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Garcia did not cheat. Like even if he cheated, like the fight never would have happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even
I
with
just feel like he couldn't keep that hand up. You know, I feel like.
Did y'all hear what that? Y'all heard that? Black Gunner on the salute. Y'all see this? Y'all see this? Now you let history tell it. I've read the comment section. A lot of videos. Drake, what up? And they all say, oh, well, the left hand, he didn't keep it up. He didn't keep it up. He didn't keep it up. And shout out to the GOAT Clarissa Shields. I shared the video that she did with Fight Hype. She said it was a drugged up left hook. Don't get it twisted. Why is it that this sister, the black woman, is the only one standing on business on all these platforms, big or small? But you turn around and see these dudes. Oh, well, you know, I use the right hand. You know, I can't unsee what I see. Right? She's the only person standing on business. The only one. Now, what these young men just said is what the media is saying. But I want y'all to understand something. When Jarrell Miller popped dirty, he was dirty and he vanished for like 2 years. He was dirty and it was done. Right? Who's shorty in the Olympics with the funny tooth? Marion Jones, remember her? She popped, it was done. Away went her, what was it, Nike or Adidas? She had some sort of shoe deal, that was done. She was dirty, it was over. Ryan Garcia popped, he failed 5 tests, and he had such a meltdown, he started talking about joining the Ku Klux Klan and killing George Floyd again. Okay? And I still see niggas talking about a left hook. He done popped dirty, man. It was dirty. And then I still see niggas talking about, oh, well, you know, just because you on steroids don't mean you're going to win every fight. Yeah, of course people been on steroids and lost fights. Oscar De La Hoya stopped Fernando Vargas, and we found out he was dirty like a week later. Like sometime during the week. So what? But when you find out, I'm questioning how this is being handled. You can't say that Ryan winning had nothing to do with the narcotic that was found in his body. And these kids ain't smart. They don't know about Ostarine or what it does, but what they do is they read things that are therapeutic for them, and that's how they arm themselves. I wasn't here to challenge them. But I needed y'all to see this. To our friend saluting that super chat. He said, the youth today, my Bill Cosby voice. Yeah. They will never read anything. I could have sat there and lectured them. No, but I had stuff to do. They weren't going inside. It wasn't for the fans, but they showed up. See? Let's get back to it.
The left hook was just way too fast.
Yeah, the hook is just way too fast. Like even as a guy myself, I felt what his hands felt like without a glove.
Now he's talking about how he felt his hands. So this kid been watching boxing for 3 years. He says Ryan's hook is way too fast, and now he's talking about how he felt his hands.
It felt like it's made of steel.
Okay.
His hands felt like it's made of steel. I am significantly bigger than Ryan Garcia. I ain't even gonna go there, bro. Whatever.
Okay.
I feel like, yeah, because no type of steroids gives you
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Even if he did do the ushering, like it wouldn't even work.
Do you hear this? Do you hear this? You know what the perfect question would be right now in a normal setting? What does Ostarine do? And he'd stare at me just like that. Oh, really? Okay, what does Ostarine do, by the way? And the the screen, it'd be playing, but it would, you know, you hear the window shut down, ding, 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 and he'd just stare at me, just like that. Delano, what up? You see? See what I mean? Even if he was on Osterine, it wouldn't matter. See what I'm saying? Pete Davenport, heavy in that super chat. Much love, brother. Starting up, as my brother Black used to say. Peace, big bro. These long hours been wearing me out, but I'm always in the building when I'm not physically in the building. I appreciate you, good brother. Thank you so much. I will be getting a brand new mic this year. I've been like every time I get the bread, there's a mic I want to get, and it's pretty expensive. And every time I have the money, there's so many other things I can do with it that are just as important. But I'm like, you know what, my mic works, so you know I could put it off. And I've been putting it off for a year and a half. I said, nope. I'm gonna get the mic this time. I'm gonna get it. Thank you, Pete. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. But you hear that, right? If I followed up and said, do you know what Osterine? What is Osterine? He just stared at me just like that. You see, you got to be patient, ladies and gentlemen. Just let them talk.
Everybody said it themselves, bro. Like even
everybody said it themselves. Everybody like who? Dan Raphael, Steve Kung Fu Kim, the racist media that treats black fighters a certain way. I could have asked them right there, hey man, what were your thoughts about Jarrell Miller popping dirty and you know how long he was out? He'd say who? See what I mean?
Even Devin Haney's like trainer from the amateur said it to me one time, bro.
Are you familiar with Osterine?
Huh?
Are you familiar with Osterine?
I know what it is, but like I've never like done it before.
Okay, you see what I mean? I forgot I asked him that. You see? 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 He knows what it is, but he's never done it before. So therefore, now he's an expert. You see? He knows what people said about it. And what did people say when he popped for it? You had all these, you had muscle bodybuilder channels talking about this. Well, I don't know why a boxer would use Osterine. It doesn't make sense. It'd be a bodybuilder channel with 1.2 million followers. Some of these dudes I used to follow. After this, I know it's insignificant. It's just one channel. I unsubscribed. Have a bunch of steroid users in the chat tomorrow. Yeah, you know, I don't know, man. That guy, but that guy, Ryan Garcia, he saw as a handsome kid. I was reading that. I said, oh, no. You don't watch boxing. And then because this is a major story, now Osterine didn't make sense for him to take, and it was only a billionth of a gram. And like these PED bodybuilder users, these steroid heads themselves don't know what this thing does. Of course they know. Of course. I don't know why a boxer would use it. It's a PED. And guess what? Go by the rules. It's on the list. And it was in his system. Or it was only a billionth of a gram. Watch this. How do you inject a billionth of a gram into your system? You can't even do it. That means there was more in there, and he was trying to mask it by way of the IV. And shout out to Tony's Reviews for correcting me on that. He wasn't trying to flush it out of his system. He was masking it. And it was on DAZN. And it specifically says in the rules, no IV. Why? Because you could use it to hide shit. And he's running around smoking weed. Shout out to Keyshawn Davis. You got a nice no contest for the marijuana. A nice one. Brian was smoking in y'all face. Salute to Nada86 back in that super chat. Much love. He said, don't forget to like and share this live stream. The message needs pushed through the algorithm to be seen and heard. Keep cooking. Hashtag LDBC for life. Hashtag F the haters. Hashtag stay supporting. Hashtag mandatory drug testing. I'm with that. And Clarissa Shields, man, I'm going to do a whole video about her. She held it down. And I'm going to talk about the Bud interview too. He said what we've been saying. I'm like, man, you know, they spent at least 3 years calling Floyd Mayweather a coward for trying to change the drug testing rules in reference to Manny Pacquiao. Y'all did all that. But you know what's strange? As soon as OSDT became a reality, his knockout streak stopped. Funny, right? Todd French in that super chat salute. He says, Coach Greg absolutely cooked Ryan. Salute to him. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, Village Brother, you know how they do me. No notification, none of that. It's all good. Hold on, I got a Cash App. Salute to my moms in the Cash App. Take your ass to the store. I need tea, honey, and what's that? Oh, her medication. All right. Swear to God. Shout out to my moms. Sending me to the store at almost 50 years old. Who was in my chat? Who was in my chat? Oh, Copper, that's more than likely. First of all, Copper, that probably wasn't him. And whatever account that was, it's blocked on my end, so I can't see it. So, you know, ignore that guy. And he's crazy. Ignore that guy. Exactly, Coach Hudson. This is a thing that they do. And like I said, you gotta be patient with the youth. These kids are impressionable. These kids are impressionable. You got to be patient. The purpose wasn't to drag these kids and roast them. I wanted y'all to see this. Let me get back to it.
I'm just being honest, dude.
Okay. So you know it's on the ban list, right?
Yeah, of course. It's up there.
Why would it be on the ban list?
Because
It's an enhancer.
Yeah.
It's an enhancer.
I just feel it because look, Devin had 3 full rough months of camp, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he comes in looking like that against Ryan Garcia that didn't take anything seriously. It looks like, right? He couldn't make the weight. He looks fluffy in there, right?
Who? Ryan?
Ryan Garcia.
He said Ryan looked fluffy in there. Ryan didn't even take it serious. Ryan didn't even bother to make the weight, and he still beat him. He's answering his own question. You see? Just let him talk.
He was pudgy in the ring.
Okay, he looked pudgy in the ring. I'm glad you said that. Yeah.
Because he didn't take it seriously, right?
Okay.
The training he looks like. So Devin, he came in with a full training camp, 3 months, right? And he could be up like that by a dude that didn't take it seriously. Like, that's got to say something.
Who didn't take it seriously?
Right.
Okay. So Ryan didn't take it seriously. He popped for Osterling. And
he was just playing like
okay. So if there's a banned substance found in your system, is that cheating?
What do you think about Victor Conte?
Ah, you see that? I said if there's a Trey, what up? I said if there's a banned substance found in your system, isn't that cheating? And he jumped straight to Victor Conte. Tay, good morning. he jumped straight to Victor Conte. You see that? Y'all see that, right? There you go. There you go. There you go. You see? There you go. They've been trained. Whenever you start asking real questions that they can't answer, they jump to who? Victor Conte, who realistically has nothing to do with this. He has nothing to do with Ryan Garcia.
We can get to that. We can get to that. We can get that if you want to. But if there's a banned substance found in your body, it's cheating. So Ostarine is on a banned list. Ostarine, we don't produce that. Why was it in Ryan Garcia's system?
I mean, he's saying it was a tainted supplement, right? And it was
A tainted supplement? Which supplement?
He said it was tainted. He said it was.
That's what he said?
That's what he said. He said it was a tainted supplement.
Which one?
SNAC was the one providing. No. He said it was either a BCAA, right? Or it was either a pre-workout. I don't know which one, right? But he said he was taking one of those supplements that wasn't cleared, that he didn't give to New York State Medical Commission. So obviously he got banned for that because he was taking supplements.
Okay.
And this is why Ryan Garcia, the first thing he said is that he doesn't even take supplements. You see what I mean? The first thing Ryan said was, I don't even take supplements. That's the first thing Ryan said. And then he starts giving the commission a list of supplements. You see what I mean? Ryan done lied to these kids, but they hold them to such a look at them, they're kids, they're kids. They're kids. So when we talk about protect the youth, look at their faces, man. This is who Ryan is corrupting. These kids, they're kids. You see what I mean? You parents, man, you grandparents, always monitor who your kids and grandkids are following. If they're always on that damn phone, Dill Spoolie, Eric, Joe Townsend, salute. If they're always on that damn phone, if they're always watching a movie on loop with an actor in it, do your homework on who that person is. And let them know, hey man, admire the character that they're portraying in this movie, but this person's an asshole. Or this person's a great person. These kids are innocent, man. Y'all need to see this. Stormy B-Man, the sensei, in the building. He says, from university comes support for the channel and topic. Turn the oven up to 475 degrees for a proper roast. Make certain to use plenty of facts for seasoning. I'm on the job, sensei. You already know what time it is. I'm on that job. Eric Jordan in the Strong House, strong supporter. 19 months in the Strong House. So you can't make this ish up. Thanks to delusion is real. Thank you, Miguel. Clapping these monkey gorilla ape coons in their fans' cheeks. And their reward is, well, you already know what it is.
¡Ay, Miguel! ¡Miguel!
They're waiting for the big finish.
Bukaki.
The big finish. Shoelace on the chest looking ass. This is the youth. And what happens a year from now, 2 years from now? They gravitate to the next fighter. Probably one that looks like them. Hold on 1 second. Your mom just want to reiterate. She said, I know you got my Cash App. I'm like, damn, all right. You only have one. Yeah, man. Big finish. These kids are impressionable, aren't they? And these will be some of the kids. That's what I'm saying. You can't argue with everybody in a comment section. Listen, I barely comment in comment sections because you'll find yourself going back and forth with somebody and it'll be one of these kids. Didn't Jackie come in here yesterday? Prior to that, he had a weird avatar and then said he liked AJ, he liked his look, and then tells me not to talk about race. And then when I say, well, click the camera, I want to look who I'm talking to. I want to know who I'm talking to. Click the link. And then he says, I'm 16. See what I mean? You see? People get lost in translation. When you type it in these chats, you get lost in translation. Some of these people, you can tell who they are and how they are by watching how they type. There's you can tell the extent of education. You can tell the extent of a person's education sometimes in how they type. When you're not sure, when they finally click a link and you listen to them, a lot more makes sense. It seals the deal when they turn the camera on. If they turn the camera on, when you look them in the eyes, you can tell a lot about a person. For example, when you're walking up the street and a person just walks up to you, hey, I'm trying to get to South Street. Do you know where to get, Oh, yeah, you go down there, make a right. Oh, okay, thank you. Now, let's say that same person walks up to you and his hair's all crazy, his eyes is bulging out his head. He looks elongated. He looks dirty. And you smell him 10 feet before he gets next to you. But when he speaks to you, it's the same voice. Hey, you know how to get to South Street? Are you even stopping? You're like, oh, no, I ain't talking to this dude. He's walking up the block looking like Groot from Marvel Universe. You didn't want to talk to him. And yes, people do judge people off of their looks. Yes. When you look crazy and your comments are crazy, and you could be an articulate fool. Yes, you can. You could be an articulate fool. You can be an articulate fool. Derek Gaines, the legend, salute. An articulate fool. There's a bunch of them running around on YouTube. Right here in the boxing community, there's a bunch of articulate fools. They know what they're doing. You know what they're doing? They're getting paid on the 22nd of every month. That's when we get paid. I'm not lying. I'm not making it up. You so far into this nonsense, you gotta protect it. You're protecting your investment. You're doing it for the bread because there's no defending this. Thank you, Coach. Larry Merchant was an articulate demon. Bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Is this the last we've seen, and no offense, of the great Black Hope? Sean Porter sitting there with all his teeth out of his mouth smiling. I'm looking at this like, who the fuck left the door open and let the hobo in on the couch? Who let him in? You know who let him in? The PBC. Y'all want to ask me why I started to change my thought process on the Premier Boxing Champions? That right there. I said, wait a minute. Who told him that this was okay? Who told them that this was okay? Oh, yeah, Coach. That was after Wilder Fury 2. I got home. I'm watching the post-fight. He's on the couch, and he said that. I almost threw my Timberland at the screen. Great Black Hope? What made him say that? Why was that on his mind? That? He didn't say American champion. He could have said that. Is this the last we've seen of the American champion? Tyson Fury so big and dominant. I'd have took that. Great Black Hope? Where did that come from, y'all? Coach, I swear to God he said that. I swear to God. I was burning. And then to find out what we found out later, deflated gloves, and Mark Breland, and all of that happened. And then when I finally speak to Tay, he was like, I got that phone call, man. And it escalated from there. That's when I started looking at the PBC strains like, wait a minute. Is anybody in the PBC paying attention? Anybody? The first thing is that motherfucker shouldn't have been on the couch. Second of all, why is Sean Porter smiling? What the fuck was that? Larry Merchant has a history of disrespecting black fighters. It didn't start with Deontay. It didn't start with Floyd. It didn't start with Bernard Hopkins. It didn't start with Larry Holmes. He always did this. When Ricardo Mayorga stopped Vernon Forrest, I played the clip. He jumped in the ring and was smiling. Smiling. Vernon Forrest ain't do nothing to nobody but beat Shane Mosley. That's all he did. And that was supposed to be a showcase fight for him, and he lost. It was an upset. And Ricardo won fair and square. And he lit a cigarette, and I'm saying, okay, he's the villain. I get it. But let a black fighter have beat anybody else, any other ethnicity, and then light a cigarette. I'm willing to bet that Larry Merchant would have snatched that cigarette out. Like, oh, do you want your fans to see you smoking a cigarette? Gotta remember he cursed out Floyd. If I was younger, I'd kick your ass. Remember that? Remember Jim Lampley referred to Floyd as a son of a bitch? When he left HBO after being disrespected? Y'all remember that? You remember that? Jackie, where are you? I hope you're watching, because this is an education, young man. Ortiz threw a goddamn Chris Benoit headbutt. Outside the guidelines of the rules. Floyd two-pieced him within the guidelines of the rules, and the world got mad? Huh? There's a history with this shit. All the way leading up to Ryan Garcia not being held accountable to anything. It's like he didn't do anything. Have I lied on this broadcast at all? The answer is no. I'm pointing out facts. I don't need to. The truth is, in the words of my brother BFTB, the truth is good enough. The truth is good enough. Now, you can challenge me on the Wilder thing, or how do I know that Tay Jones got a phone call? Okay, take it up with him. You think he's lying? Why would he lie? We saw the fucking gloves. Tyson Fury has never gouged flesh out of anyone's ear since then. Where did his punching power go? It's vanished. There's a documentary out right now, shout out to my brother DOG, about Daniel Kinahan. Daniel Kinahan and Tyson Fury. Daniel Kinahan has a $5 million bounty on his head, and Tyson Fury is no longer allowed in America. Has ESPN mentioned that? Am I lying? But I know there's still going to be some knuckle-dragging niggas. Well, that ain't got nothing to do with why Deontay Wilder lost her. You know, that ain't got nothing to do with it. Because, you know, Deontay Wilder, you see, all he got is a right hand. You know, he don't know how to shut up a jab, you see. And his feet are always out of place. And, you know, I don't think that's why he lost her. Yeah, go on! hold on, because I wanna address what Eric O said, because I have an interesting take on this, and I can't keep it in. I didn't want to say it out loud, but things are etched in stone now. But let me read this real quick. D'Artagnan 8 and that super chat, much love and appreciation. Thank you so much, D'Artagnan 8. I appreciate you, Eric O. I have a theory. I have a theory. Andrew Gray, what up? Tamara Brown, salute. I have a theory. All right? I'm going to get back to this comment, but I have a theory. I want to get through this right here, but I have a theory, Erico, because I said the same thing, because I was like, what the hell's going on? But I have a theory. Jeff Spark, what up? I have a theory. I'm gonna get back to that. But let me finish up what these young men are saying.
So he broke the rules, and you saying that he didn't do it intentionally?
I don't believe he did.
Yeah, I don't believe he did either.
You don't believe it?
Nope.
Why not?
Bro, because Ryan Garcia, like, he's been had that power since he was young, bro. Like,
you don't believe him? I mean, you believe him?
I know it was in the system. Obviously, that's his fault, and that's why he got the ban, right? But I think it was such a big amount, and he was tested throughout all camp, and he didn't pop himself the night of.
Yeah. So the first time he said it was ashwagandha.
I mean, that was a joke, but he knew
it was a joke.
Whoa, it was a joke. Oh, it was a joke. You see what I mean? It was a joke. Wow. Okay.
Oh, ashwagandha?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what he blamed it on. Yeah.
And then the company said, not us.
Yeah.
Then he blamed Supercard. Company said, not us. Then he blamed Perfect Amino. Company said, not us. He's not lying?
Well, that's the thing. You have maybe he did take the supplement. You don't know. Anybody could have given.
So basically, you're giving him the benefit of the doubt.
I think the way he beat Haney, I think that was just that. Yeah, I think that a disciplined Ryan. Yeah, especially now that he's back with Eddie Reynoso, he's gonna stop him.
Oh, Eddie Reynoso. Glad you brought that up. Because you mentioned Victor Conti. You mentioned Eddie Reynoso. And what happened with a lot of fighters that Eddie Reynoso had?
But did he test positive when he was with No, he did test positive with him. What's his name? Oscar Valdez. Oscar Valdez.
Yeah, Oscar Valdez.
Ryan popped with he didn't pop with Eddie.
No, he didn't pop with Eddie. But he got out of there. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess you see where this is going. If this was in a court of law, they would be escorted out. You see what I'm saying? Their own talking points contradict one another. They brought up Victor Conti, but one of them, their favorite fighter is Canelo. Canelo's Team Reynoso, and we call Team Reynoso the Juice Crew. And Ryan, we thought, was headed back there, but Reynoso said we got enough issues. And Ryan is now with the cutthroat Derek James, but Ryan also ran back and now he's working with what's this guy's name? Justin Fortune is his name. Justin Fortune. Rico, what up? Justin Fortune, who's a PED user. Well, he knows how to beat PEDs. I did a video on it. You see what I'm saying? These are the Ryan Garcia fans, y'all. You see what I mean? And I didn't do that to degrade the kids. I just needed y'all to see that. Now, let me get back to this point. I like what our brother Eric O said. He said Turkey saved Ryan from the lawsuit and made him an ambassador of the sport. I have a theory about this, and things are already etched in stone. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. So I guess it's safe for me to say this. And this is just me thinking. I'm not saying this is possible. I want y'all to consider this. I need y'all to consider this. Okay? Ryan Garcia, y'all got to remember who I talked to. Ryan Garcia was going broke on legal fees, lawyers and things of that nature. I have it on good authority. He had more outgo than income. To my knowledge, he doesn't have any businesses. A lot of fighters that I know have businesses that is generating them revenue when they're not in the ring. Errol Spence, Stephen Fulton, Deontay Wilder, they got businesses. Danny Garcia, I heard he's a millionaire in real estate. I heard he got mad property in Miami. So salute to Danny Garcia. I heard he don't even have to fight no more. That's why he was in there with Mr. Shelton, you like that, right? That's why he really wasn't into the Eris Landry Lara fight. He said, man, I'm sitting on 75 mil. It ain't got nothing to do with this paycheck tonight. I'm good. And salute to Danny Garcia. But I haven't heard that about Ryan because he's snorting coke off the back of these chicks in the club. Off the buttocks of a chick with Botox. Anyway, so here's the deal. He's going broke. He was going broke. And Turkey Al-Sheikh involved himself into this situation and threw a bag at him. He took the bag because he'd rather have the bag than go broke. He was in a position where he needed this. And one of the only things he required, and I'm talking about Turkey, was that he needed him to act accordingly. Which is why he has been acting crazy like he was. Wendell, what up? Which is why he hasn't been acting crazy. He's been calm. Henry's been calm. They ain't been loud about anything. He's been doubling down that he's been innocent, but he ain't been wilding out on the stage. You notice that? Well, a lot of that's because he's not on drugs. But you notice that? Yeah, I remember when Turkey said, I don't have to like you, Earn Jordan, salute. I don't have to like you to do business with you. Remember when he said that? You think he likes Ryan Garcia? After what he said about black people, after what he said about Muslims, you think he likes Ryan Garcia? Whatever money he gave him, you think he cares? I'm going somewhere with this. Ryan had to take that bread. You're going to act accordingly. That's number one. Number two, you're going to be drug-free. You're going to be drug-free. And we're going to see what you do when you're not on drugs. We just saw that in Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury fought in Saudi 3 times. How did he look? The world thought Francis Ngannou beat him, and he lost twice to Alexander Usyk. That was the real Tyson Fury. No power. There was no turning of the punches. Remember what Sugar Hill said? The rat that he is. Yeah, you should have more. You should have more knockouts. I told him how to turn. He had to turn his punches. He said, yeah, where was all of that with Usyk? Where was all of that with Francis Ngannou? Damn near, he hit Ngannou in the head with an elbow. Y'all saw that? And Ngannou just stared at him like, what? That's what I do. Now, if you want to do that, we could do it. He lost 3 in a row, and that's right. I think Ngannou beat him. F that. I retract my statement. I ain't got to be fair. Right? Got knocked down and all that. I'm like, what's going on here? Oh, he's not on drugs. He looked like crap. He looked like crap. He almost got knocked out by a cruiserweight, y'all. But he's getting up off the floor from Deontay Wilder. You're bugging. So that's what Saudi does. That's what Saudi does, y'all. You understand me? You understand me? In my AJ voice, you understand me? Yeah. AJ got in there with Ngannou 1 round. Was it 1 round or 2? I forgot, but he slept him bad. I'm like, now wait a minute. How the hell? Oh, if y'all don't know that dude wasn't juiced to the gills, I don't know what else to tell you. Where was that bone-crushing power? It was fake. So now back to run and salute to Ultraman in that super chat. Much love and appreciation. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you. Now, Dale Spoolie, what up? Now, what makes you think Ryan Garcia isn't acting under the same guidelines? Y'all think what I'm saying is far-fetched? I think a bit of this, he's under duress. He ain't being forced to do anything. You know why? He could have told Turkey Al Sheikh, yo man, kick rocks. I don't like Muslims. I stand on that. I don't like black people. I stand on that. Why wouldn't he do that? He need the money. But wait a minute though. Someone did, Black Superman, what up? Someone did tell Turkey to kick rocks. Who was that? Tank Davis. Uh-oh. And what did Tank Davis say? You know, he stepped to me wrong. You know, he made it seem like Devin was his man, you know. So I felt if I went over there, I'd have had to get a knockout to win, you know, Baltimore. That's what he said. Not those exact words, but that's what he said. There is no Devin fight in Saudi because Devin is his man. I'm making money over here. I'm not going to do that because I'm going to need a knockout to win. Hey, Tank fans, don't you think he knocks Devin out? Lamont Roach, don't you think he knocks Devin out? All I said was go make the fight. But now you find out he ain't go over there because he was afraid that he was going to get screwed because Devin is his man. That's what this was about? That's what this was about? Really? This wasn't about SNAC. This wasn't about Vada. Tank didn't go over there because he felt he'd get jobbed on the cards. But I thought you knock everybody out, young man. What happened? I thought that, yeah, Devin was also 140 pounds, and that was a problem. Courtesy of you. Well, actually, not you, but Coach Cal said that. And you said something different. And then you changed up again. And then you talking about you ain't want to fight him because Saudi and Turkey and his relationship with Devin. Hey, you're Muslim too, right? But I know, according to the Tankaholics, he don't need Saudi money. He don't have to kiss the ring. He also don't have to fight his contemporaries. Y'all made sure of that. And y'all cool with that. So you can stay here with your PBC and your Amazon Prime and struggle with your Lamont Roaches and you fight your Jake Pauls on Netflix. Do all of that. And then get back on Twitter and talk about how everybody's kissing the ring and risking your records and everything else. That's what fighters do. Fight their contemporaries. So while he's staying in the States crying, you know, there's going to be Saudi cards in the States, Riyadh season cards in the States, right? And while you're over there crying with a shitty resume, everybody's over here getting busy. And Ryan, back to him, wasn't in a position where he could say no because he needed the bread. Now, is there a possibility that Turkey Al Sheikh may say, okay, You're going to get your ass in that ring, but you're going to be clean, and I may or may not make sure that you don't get jobbed. Turkey don't do that. Well, I don't know. Y'all made a big stink about it when he went up to Shiraz and said, yo, you down 2 points. Y'all lost y'all mind. Yeah, shut up. Y'all say that's not fair? Boxing's not fair. You know what's not fair? Hold on. I'm gonna play for you what's not fair. This ain't fair.
Hey, Devin Haney made a comment, trying to make whatever it is. But at the end of the day, Devin, you don't know. The WBC is not going to have you, even if you do the competition, they're not going to have you fight for the title. You can get mad at everything. I'm fighting for the title after this fight, for the IBF. And then after that, me and Loma for all 4. And where are you? You're not going to get a shot, bro. And you don't know that, but we do. And that's what we did. I'm not going to fight more fights. So it is what it is, man. Talk what you got to talk, my dude. But at the end of the day, you're not becoming a world champion at 135.
Yeah, that's not fair. But I don't see y'all crying over Devin. And that was 2018. That was Teofimo Lopez spilling the beans in 2018. Boss. That wasn't fair. Uh-oh. Y'all mad?
Damn!
Uh-oh. Paul Carrick in that super chat, much love. He said, love these education videos, man. I'm on the job. Salute to you, good brother. Salute to the general. 78 Sports TV, heavy in that super chat, much love. He said, salute Drew in chat, hashtag LDBC. Salute to you, general. Steve L. the Mac, my brother, what up? Diana, salute, queen. Kondo, salute. Growing with Soul, salute. Change your name. I see you, brother. Yeah. See, Tank wasn't hurting financially. The rematch with Lamont Roach is going to do well. It's going to do well. The rematch with Lamont Roach is going to do well. It is. If he wins, Jake Paul. That's $100 million for him easy. But it's Jake Paul. It's not his contemporaries. Tank is now a freak show. So I'm cool with it. My theory about him has been correct. He can still change it, but will he? I don't know. I doubt it. He got to show me. But Ryan Garcia was not in the financial position that Tank Davis was. Ryan needs to support his family. And I'm not talking about his girl and his kids, because they already went upside her head and got a restraining order. Just pay the bitch and take care of your seeds. I'm talking about mommy and daddy. You know your mommy with the cancer? What happened to that? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't know what happened to that. But my point is, Ryan Garcia has to perform. I don't care how y'all feel about Turkey Al-Sheikh. He's adjusted with all of you. Don't talk to me about Turkey Al-Sheikh when Bob Arum has been raided by the FBI and Bob Arum admitted to fixing fights, and Bob Arum stole top rank from Muhammad Ali. And shout out to the late great Cameron Duncan.
I searched high and low to get your contact information, and I was talking. I'll tell you off air who it is. I won't say it on camera, but feel free to ask me. So I called the Mayweather gym, and they says, Fred, if I give you this number, you have to ask them this question. And I says, okay, what's the question? And they said, ask Cameron Duncan, do Top Rank have like columns of fighters? And they say, we don't want this guy fighting the black fighter. We don't want this fighter fighting the Mexican fighter, and so on and so forth.
We're going to get into the racial stuff, huh?
No, I'm not. I'm asking.
That's a theory there by the greatest matchmaker, probably, in my opinion, ever.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not going to mention his name either, but you know what I'm talking about.
Uh-huh.
And he used to have a thing up on his board, NBF, no black fighters.
Uh-huh.
And when I was taught to bring up a fighter, and again, It's just, he used to say to me, you can go anywhere in the country, and I'm going to leave it at this. I don't want to go into a long discussion because people are people in God's eyes, and we're all the same. He used to say to me, you can go anywhere into a city in America or anywhere in the world and ask a white guy, and he didn't say any other, he didn't say anything about Hispanic, and ask a white guy to throw a jab, and half of them are going to turn backwards and throw it like a girl and everything. Ask any black man on a street corner in any city in the world, and they will snap out a jab in a heartbeat. And I used to laugh. He said they're just more physically gifted.
Okay? Not my words. That's Cameron Duncan. He passed a few months ago. And there's more to that. I just don't feel like playing it right now. But he confirmed there's a no black fighter rule in Top Rank. There's a board with fighters. If you have a Mexican fighter that has a great fan base, or you know he's Mexican, and so the fan base is there if he keeps winning, or the Puerto Rican if he keeps winning, the Venezuelan, the Ecuadorian if he keeps winning, one thing they do is they keep them away from who? Black guys. Because there's a potential we could ruin it. They could win but look bad in the win. Y'all remember what happened with Eric Morales? Y'all remember? Zaire Rahim, y'all remember that? He beats Manny Pacquiao, gets in there to showcase against Zaire Rahim, and Zaire Rahim boxed his head in. Y'all remember that? That was on HBO. And who's sitting in the front row? Pacquiao and I think Marquez? Or was it Barrera? I forgot. But Jim Lampley said, well, I guess neither one of them when we want to face Rahim. You remember that? NBF, it's real. It's real. Whatever Bob orders. So please, save your turkey out of chic talk for someone who cares. I don't care. As it stands right now, he's giving me what I want as a supporter of the sport. Everything is okay till it's not okay. When he messes up, I hold him accountable. But right now, don't start talking to me about him being corrupt. Don't talk to me about that. Now, when he retired out there, electrician that Shakur beat on, Padley, that dude ain't got to work no more. And he gave him another fight. He retired him out. The white man from the UK retired him out. He said, no. Your electrician, retire. I got you. Cut him one check. What? Go blimey, mate. This cart's bigger than Benny Hill. Yep. Ryan is in a financial position now. All he has to do is perform, minus the drugs. We saw what Tyson Fury looked like off drugs. So where people are saying, hey man, why is he putting Ryan Garcia as the main event? Why is he putting money in his pocket? I'm going to tell you, I believe it's eye candy. What did these cats run to our channels and say? Aha! Ryan Garcia is the main event. And we told you, Devin's the highest paid on that card. But they don't want to hear that. That's okay. That's okay. Ryan Garcia knows that, but he's the main event. But why isn't he jumping around and bouncing around and being disrespectful? He cut him a check, behave like a champion or a champion to be. And watch your mouth. You want what a POS that Ryan Garcia is? You don't think he owes George Floyd's family an apology? You think he got it? We asked him that. He says, yeah, I'm going to apologize. He never did it. He don't plan on it. Shade girl, salute. He never did it. He's not going to do it. He got his bread. He's the main event. These are all great optics. But it's an optical illusion because he's going to be fighting clean. Now, if you believe that Turkey Al-Sheikh is on the take, and that thing with Shiraz really bothered you, and the outcome of the fight, because I thought Adames won, it was a robbery. If that bothers you, and your boy Tank saying, I'm not coming to Saudi to do nothing, and Ryan Garcia needs his bread, what form of duress do you really think Ryan Garcia is going to be dealing with? Tell me. I don't know. We might be looking at a situation where, something happens with Ryan in that ring. And Tank, they're going to go right to Tank. Your thoughts? Well, see, that's why I ain't go there. I was in Baltimore. I don't know. All I'm going to say is, number one, good for you. Number two, all money ain't good money. But you got to take care of your family, Ryan, so I guess you're doing a noble thing, right? If he gets robbed, I'm not going to be shocked, and I'm not going to care. If he gets knocked out or knocked down or he's huffing and puffing in the middle of the round, not going to care. And getting to Derek James. Eddie Reynoso's now working with this guy. Eddie Reynoso and Team Canelo, because that Saturday, they're in Saudi. And Ryan ran out and got Justin Fortune. We already know what he's going to try to do. Don't be surprised if Ryan pops dirty on purpose. I don't know why he would do that, but whatever. D-Side, what up? Yeah, he's getting sued by the Japanese promoter. I thought there's no lawsuits in boxing. So I guess the Japanese promoter's soft, I guess. So things are never what they seem. Y'all laughing, oh, he's the main event. He's the main event. Devin's the highest paid on that card. Maybe y'all find out why Tank don't want to go to Saudi. Because maybe Tank said too much. Maybe he said too much. And he's fearing that wrath. The wrath of Allah. Ryan was like, I need this bread. Where else am I going to get it? Now I got to take it. And then you know what he's going to have to do? Fight clean. I want y'all to pay attention to his body. No Epstein. Pay attention to his body. Pay attention now if he's huffing and puffing and it's only round 6. Pay attention. Pay attention. Might be nothing. It could be something. But if he's so down bad to the point where y'all saying he was probably drugged, first of all, don't you dare come to my channel with that. He was probably drugged, and Drew, you said yourself that Turkey might be getting back. He may be, but you got to prove it, don't you? Right? Toxicology report and all that stuff, don't you got to prove it? You know what we did prove? You know what Vada proved? That he was a cheater. He was tested 5 times, failed. That was proven. You know what's proven? He's a racist. And now he absolutely needs this Saudi money. Fight clean. You see how you work out. Hell, you could be fighting Devin next, but you wanted a warm-up. You took 2 warm-ups. First it was Isak Cruz. Then that fell through once he started talking about being a clean fighter. And now it's Rolly Romero. I don't know how you prepare for Devin by fighting those 2 guys. No, ladies and gentlemen, he wants to see how his body behaves off the drugs, off the cocaine, off the Ostarine, the Nandrolone, all of it. He wants to be off of it. He wants to see how his body reacts. And Derek James might be a piece of the puzzle. Now, he's still canceled. He's still canceled on my end. Y'all do it how y'all do it. But who knows? Reynoso said, I can't deal with this. I don't want to stay out of the way. Who knows? Maybe someone went to Eddie Reynoso. Hey, yo, guess what, man? His Excellency says stay out of the way of this kid. Don't go near that thing. Say no more. I don't even want to know. Say no more. I'm out of this. I'm out of this. So Reynoso backed off. Remember when I did the live and I said, yo, who's he training with Reynoso? Remember when I just did it last week, didn't I? And now he backed off and here come Derrick James. Derrick James wants a piece of that Saudi bread. But I don't know. Is he a part of the puzzle? Is he a part of the head game? I don't know. Maybe somebody went to him and said, hey man, yo, take this bread. Just work with the kid, you know? So he can't say that it's a black versus brown thing. Take the bread and just get in this camp, be quiet about it. Derrick James won't talk anyway. I mean, hell, you know, there was a nappy hair comment. He didn't say anything. I sat there and looked right at him after Henry said that. I said, you gonna just sit there? You ain't gonna like nudge him with your elbow and be like, yo, watch your mouth? Nothing? Okay. What I'm saying is it's a possibility that everybody may be in on it. It might be one optical illusion. He is on the main event? Really? Devin's the Muslim brother. He's a clean fighter. He was the one that did a disservice. Oh, no, we're compensating him financially. Oh, okay. And now Ryan is nice and quiet. No more Reynoso. Now you with Derrick James. Ladies and gentlemen, this might be smokescreen. Now, I have no proof. But I'm looking at this thing different. This might be one big setup for Ryan. It might be. All he got to do is perform. But that's what they told Tyson Fury. Hey, man, all you got to do is perform. Be clean and don't worry about it. And for 3 fights, he looked like Big Hero 6 minus the hero part. He looked like shit. He looked like a 6'9" punching bag. How you almost get stopped by a fucking cruiserweight? You 6'9", 300 pounds. How you get knocked on the ground by an MMA fighter? And half the people in the world saying that he won. And you hit him with an elbow. AJ went in there and mopped the floor with him. I was like, wait a minute. What? Y'all get my point now? I hope you understand. But Ryan's at the mercy of the dollar. And him trying to feed his family might be his undoing. Listen, in short, he's over there because he needs the bread. Tank has options, and he said, I'm not, after what I said and done, I ain't going over there. I'm not even going to give Turkey an opportunity to F me up. If I could stay here and play with these idiots and take their money while fighting unreal competition, I'm going to do it. All the competitions over there in Saudi, I'm not doing it. Not only am I going to have to fight for my life, but I done pissed Turkey off. No thanks. No thanks. I'm good. No thank you. Doop-de-doop-de-doo. See what I mean? But I don't know what I'm talking about. Drew's speculating again. There's going to be a few boneheads today. You know, this guy Drew Titan, he's always, you know, he's always talking something crazy. You know, I mean, everything is about Devin Haney and Deontay. Everything is racial to him. You know, I mean, come on, man. I mean, it's boxing. I mean, you know, I'm tired of these LDBC guys. You know, they're always race baiting. Everything is about race with them, as if their ass ain't black. As if what I'm saying is a lie. As if what I just said about Ryan Garcia, I didn't say it was 100%. I'm just saying I'm looking at this thing different. But they don't hear all of that. So if my content is going to become your content, cool. Cool. Just know that you're rooting for a guy that says he wants to resurrect George Floyd and kill him again. Well, you ask him why he said that. By the way, I asked those young men about that about what Ryan said. They was like, no, we don't co-sign that. We don't co-sign that. But what they don't realize is Ryan never apologized for that. Not to the community, which he should have, but he never apologized to the family. He never did. And to say he's your favorite fighter is to co-sign what he said. And they don't understand that. You don't say, oh man, nah, what he did was bad. What he did was bad, but yo, that was an outstanding performance. No. No. You got to shun the whole thing. You got to turn the whole thing off. Throw the whole thing out. Throw it out. One of the greatest performances I've seen was James Toney versus John Ruiz. And Toney was on his A game that night. He was a smaller guy. He was chubby, whatever. He was pole countering, not pole countering. He was shoulder rolling, and John had problems. He dropped John twice in that fight. And it made me, Brothers UK, salute. And it made me sick when that dude popped dirty, man. It made me sick. And if you go to BoxRec, it says it was a no contest. I can't watch that performance and say it's great anymore. When Johnny Ruiz was on my show, I talked to him about that. He don't remember exactly what happened, but I remember he sued James Toney for that, and rightfully so. The fight's on YouTube. James was sharp, but then he popped dirty, talking about, yeah, he had a rotator cuff and he used a medication so he can get through the pain. I said, bullshit, man. I see how your body changes. It's ridiculous, man. And here I am holding him to a standard. Because what's fair? Ain't got nothing to do with me, him being black or John Ruiz being Latin or whatever. Ain't got nothing to do with that. I want to see a good fight. Yes, Brother Reef, Freddie Roach was his trainer at that time. Everything, and that's one of the things why I say, hey, man, Manny might be cheating, man. Y'all don't remember what happened to James Toney? I wasn't doing content at the time. I was like in the chats. I was like, yo, that was one of my argument points. I love James, but yo, he popped against Johnny Ruiz. Freddie Roach was his trainer. So this Manny Pacquiao thing, there's some credence to that. But I'm racist and I don't like Asians. And man, come on, man. Come on. It's ridiculous. Fed up, man. I'm fed up. I'm fed up. And when I say things like, hey, man, using a PED or padding out the glove, and y'all, this is a fight sport. This is attempted murder. When I say that, I said it on BFTB's in his live. I said, man, it's attempted murder. Guess who said attempted murder? That's a little extreme. Guess who said that? He said it in the backstage in the chat. Yeah, Black Lies. Attempted murder. That's a little extreme. Hey, boo boo. Give me your picnic basket. Attempted murder. That's a little extreme. It's not extreme. These guys are professional athletes, and it is unnatural to be getting hit upside your head and in your face and in your body. That's not what human beings are supposed to be doing. They choose to do it, and we support it. We're animals for that. But the least they can do is act within the guidelines of the rules and regulations that are set by the sport. No drugs, no messed up equipment. Why is that hard to ask? And when we bring up everything that Ryan went through, FADA, 5 failed tests, him lying, him being a racist, I still get niggas talking about SNAC and Victor Conte. Yeah, we know what he did. But he's out now. And I asked you dummies, are y'all cool with him working in sports? Y'all said nothing. So I guess y'all cool with it. So moving forward, Ryan wore a SNAC shirt, Devin wears one, Benavidez wore one, Bud Crawford wears one. So they're all cheaters. Oh, he knows how to beat drug testing? Well, so does Justin Fortune, which is why Ryan hired him. Eddie Reynoso don't want to be an array of what's coming. That's just my opinion on it. Why isn't Ryan Garcia saying, hey, man, if Devin's the main event, why? I mean, if Devin's making more money, why can't he fight last? You know why? Because a chick would rather rock a BBL than be natural. Because the clicks and the views and the likes and the attention is worth more than a chick with the natural body and the natural hair that has the education, and at least she's worth about $80,000 a year. The optics. The optics is good for y'all. Ryan is not a Hall of Fame fighter. He was never trying to be. This guy's a circus clown. This guy's a racist. This guy is a drug user. You name it, he is that. I challenge anybody to tell me anything different. Because all I got to do is point to what he's done. That's all I got to do. He's a drug addict. He's a racist. He's a cheater. All I got to do is point out to what he's done. And if you can't justify what he's done without bringing up Victor Conte, who has nothing to do with this, then there's something wrong with you. I tell this to Tank fans. You tell Tank fans, justify his career up until this point. They can't do it without Devin Haney. They can't say anything without bringing up Devin. They can't. I've seen it done everywhere. Like, man, they just can't. This kid can't stand on his own, right? And you know why? It's a self-inflicted wound, because he was supposed to fight Devin. Just like he was supposed to fight Tank. I mean, just like he was supposed to fight Shakur. Just like he was supposed to fight Vasily Lomachenko. Just like he was supposed to fight Teofimo Lopez. You see that? I could talk about Devin's career and I ain't got to bring up Tank. Because I could talk about what he tried to do and what he accomplished with everyone being against him. The WBC, the WBO, the media, everybody. But look at what he did. I don't have to bring that dude up. And look at what he's dealing with now with this racist dude right here. I don't want to hear about Victor Conte. I'm done with it. I asked y'all cool with it. Because y'all love some SNAC when Mikey Garcia used that program to fight Errol Spence. Y'all loved it. Y'all loved it. And if he had knocked Errol out and we were saying, well, I don't know about SNAC, y'all have been telling us to shut up. And justifiably so. Because you know what the question would be? Name one athlete, because it's not only boxers on SNAC. Name one athlete that popped dirty from the SNAC product. And my answer would be nobody. And I would have no argument. Everything I say here I can justify. From Deontay Wilder to Devin Haney to Errol to Bud, you name it, I can justify it. My detest to Ryan Garcia, I can justify it. You, and I'm talking to you knuckle draggers, you can't justify standing in the pocket for this kid other than you're sexually attracted to him. We loving brown people, y'all. I didn't do a part 2 on Floyd Scarfield, did I? I don't think it's worth it. We loving brown people, y'all. Pillow biter. Only motherfucker I know that dry hump a hole into his mattress. That's why he beat up this girl, because she caught him and threatened to put him on blast. She came home and was like, yo, what is this molding of a butt doing in the closet buried underneath some clothes? Mind your business. No, it's not even a female's butt. There's balls attached to this. Mind your business. And he started kicking her ass. That ain't happened. I'm just roasting. Or maybe it did. I don't know. Anyway. Who knows? Oh, hold on. Salute to the OG, the real OG, Mr. Mont, and that Cash App, man. Much love and appreciation. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Y'all be holding me down. I definitely gotta get that mic, man. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Tired of these off code dudes. Oh, y'all make me sick. Y'all make me sick. Real spill. Hey, you want to see something? Let me show you this on the way out. Hey, man. Peep this. Y'all reading that? Check this out.
This. Take the Eastern Shore of Maryland, for example, right? Most people live within a 50-mile radius of where they were born. A large percentage of the people who lived on the Eastern Shore of Maryland during this time of these breeding farms migrated to Baltimore. Baltimore, Maryland is the incest capital of the United States of America.
What? Excuse me? What? Say that again.
Maryland is the incest capital of the United States of America.
What? Hey, yo. Wait a minute. Don't get mad at me. I didn't do this.
Baltimore. Baltimore, Maryland is the incest capital of the United States of America.
What the hell? Brother Reef? Hey, man. Hey, yo. I was wondering, all these Tank fans that do click the link and they start talking, a lot of them sound off, do they not? And I'm like, wait, it's deeper than the education system. What the hell's going on? Is it drugs? What's happening over there? And then somehow I found this. Yo! Nah, Brandon, that explains everything. That explains a whole lot, don't it? Y'all hear these dudes that do click the link? And I'm not saying all of them. But when you speak at their facts, and their response is, the tank from the trenches. The trenches. What? Wait. Did you hear a word I said? He from up the block from me. He from the trench. Wait a minute. Slow down, brother. What's going on? And that dude that was stalking me a few years ago would stay real. Really, man? I never responded to that dude. But he was crazy. Then that dude Press, he's stalking BF. I'm like, well, dude, leave his channel. Don't go back. What is wrong with you? And then he clicked the link and I'm listening to his voice. I said, oh, okay, he's slow. Woods Day Real, slow. Press, slow. And I noticed there's been like a litness of a bunch of these niggas. When you hear them talk, it's like, what's wrong with them? And then I came across this. Imagine banging your first cousin and not knowing it's your first cousin. Imagine meeting a chick and you in your 30s and you don't know that y'all bloodline is close. Y'all making babies and all of them need special wheelchairs. You're like, well, what's going on? And then y'all do a DNA test. You're like, yo, do y'all know that your grandfather and your grandmother, according to this DNA chart, were brothers and sisters? They were siblings? Did you know that? No. 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 I don't know how this came on my algorithm. Y'all see how Google does, y'all? Let's bring it back.
Baltimore, Maryland is the incest capital of the United States of America.
Baltimore, Maryland is the incest capital of the United States of America.
And according to statistics by my colleague, Dr. Patricia Newton, who's a psychiatrist in Baltimore, in that area in Baltimore, Sandtown, where you had these recent rebellions, 9 out of 10 black women in the depressed parts of Baltimore, 9 out of 10 black women have been victims of incest.
Do you hear this? 9 out of 10 black women are victims of incest. Did you hear this?
In the same area, 7 out of 10 black men have been victims of incest.
7 out of 10 black men victims of incest. Bro. Bruh. Bruh. Did y'all know that? Hey, y'all Tank fans out of B-more, did you know that? No. Of course you didn't. You're welcome. Oh my God. Oh my God. So now, here's why I'm sharing that. Whenever BFTB opens up a panel or you're on another channel and there's a panel open and there's a Tank fan from Baltimore and they come on air with slurred speech, but they haven't had a boxing match in their life, but they have slurred speech, and if they turn their camera on, you notice that their eyes aren't level, their head is a little elongated. Don't come for them. Don't come for them. Have patience and just let them talk because of what I just showed you. He or she might be a product of that shit right there. 9 out of 10 women victims of incest, 7 out of 10 men victims of incest. What is bro? Okay. All right. Now it makes sense. Be patient. Be patient. Once you understand. Look, y'all. Do y'all argue with the homeless motherfucker on the corner when you going to work? He there every day, 90 degrees outside. He got on all his coats and a wool hat. Yeah. You argue with him? Right. You already know what time it is. Now it makes sense. You're welcome. Now it makes sense. So now, when you look at these other channels, now here's the joke. This is the joke part. This is the joke. This is the joke part. When you look at these other channels, and they're articulating Tank's moves and trying to make the shit make sense. Oh, they're justifying the mentally incapacitated, crippled man who can't form a proper sentence. Oh my God, bro. That's crazy. So you got your answers. You don't respond to stupid. There's not a Ryan Garcia fan in the world that can make anything he said make sense. You got an answer for everything. Why he was on Osterine. It was Vada and USADA's fault. It was Victor Conte and Bill Haney. They co-conspired. Yeah, but you shut up, man. Oh my God. How do you explain the racism? Oh, he was on shrooms. You know how I say he was on shrooms? Because he said he was on shrooms. He stood right there and said it. I had the camera in his face. He said it. I was like, oh, yeah, okay. We just gonna, bro. I looked around. I said, we just not gonna, okay, fine. We just gonna glance right over the fact that he said he was on shrooms. Right? He had some fat nigga there with him, co-signing everything. And Floyd Schofield loving on brown people. And Devin Haney's a victim in all of this. So now people are concerned about PED use in boxing. You're talking about Vada. Right? No, you hate Vada, who catches the criminals. But you hate SNAC. And Victor's nothing but a glorified informant. You think he's trying to go to prison? Get out of here, man. Y'all might be wondering why I put Ron O'Neal there. Do the math, figure it out. That's the original Superfly. You know, y'all ever knew the person that was always in trouble with the law? I don't know, the drug dealer or whatever. Man, I hate the cops. Man, you got crack all in your neighborhood. Y'all ever knew of like of a hood that celebrated and loved on the drug dealer? It's like, wait a minute. He's the reason why this hood is fucked up. Why do you like this guy? And he hates the cops? What? Pompey, where you been? Salute. Michael Ray, salute. It's like, what are you talking about? Let me get this straight. You sold crack in the community. You got guns in the community. Because of you, the cops are all in the buildings harassing everybody, and you're the problem. Nobody's telling on you, and when you do get caught, you hate the police. And some idiots in the hood represent that. Yo, this is my hood. Yo, we real over here. Huh? Let me get this straight. You motherfuckers are worshiping evil. Yeah, like Vampire in Brooklyn. Evil is good. Evil is good. The niggas that break the most laws hate the police. Eric Jordan in that super chat, back in that super chat, always supporting. He says, damn, Miguel got those super monkey coons losing their ninja swords. Thank you, Miguel.
Give power to my nigger sword!
¡Ay, Miguel! ¡Miguel!
Butt snatches. Bunch of niggas hating Devin and Bill and justifying Ron Garcia. You know what the funniest shit is? You got all this shit to say about Devin and Bill. They be like, yo, man, brother, what about Ryan? Oh, no, I don't fuck with Ryan, though. I don't like what he said. I don't like what he said. But that left hook, though, man, shut up. You monkey in human skin. Your lips are mad big. Mad big. You can yank your bottom lip over the top of your head. Stupid asses. And y'all be the first to complain. Because it's 2025, somebody black is going to get killed by the police, and we're going to scream and cry and march and say it was messed up or whatever. Man, I don't want to hear any of you niggas talking crazy. All of you shut up.
All my troubles come more nigga. Yeah, it makes me mad. Why you niggas are so against somebody for you?
How much longer do you think your mom
Makes me so mad. Long enough to beat your ass if you fuck up. That's right. You might not get out of this stable tonight. You gotta be cool because you've been watched.
Shout out to the GOAT. Shout out to Clarissa Shields, man. She got more balls than all of you. The only balls y'all got is the ones you want to juggle in your mouth. Attached to a male with hair on it. Thunder monkey.
Hello, monkeys.
Monkey!
No love for any of y'all. I'm out, man. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelda, Cash App, the Super Chat. It's love and appreciation. I'm be doing premieres for Pep Talk because my work schedule done changed. So, yeah. I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. Bronx on deck.
Move! Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.